tournament, and I didn't have much uranium, so I'm generally I was able to go in there and actually make uranium, off of my wins. And but like I said, they made it so you don't get any uranium back. So um, they basically made it so that I couldn't participate. But somebody, I can't remember who it was, somebody hooked me up and got me a lot of uranium. And it was Ninja from Pro Alliance, XFC Ninja. He'd got me a lot of uranium. He wanted me to do the Forsaken Arena, and I still didn't get to it. And to be honest with you, even if I had gotten to it, it wouldn't have made any difference. I probably still wouldn't have gotten an Aegis Hull. It's because I was so far behind. But they do stupid stuff like that all the freaking time, don't they, to shoot themselves in the foot? It's like, I couldn't believe it, the first Forsaken Arena tournament, where they had the registration issues, and they didn't make it right for anybody. They're just like, oh well, yeah, we screwed up this one, we're going to wait 6 months to bring out that same prize again anyway. So sorry you didn't get it originally. It was our bad, but it sucks for you. That's kind of the attitude, man. That crap. I just don't understand, man. How a company, it's like they're obviously, it just seems like they all hold their users in contempt. You know what I mean? It's really silly. I don't feel like KIXEYE really appreciates their gamers. I mean, granted, the gamers are really negative, but I think the battle pirates are generally negative. But that's frustration, man. It's frustration from what they're doing to the game. I mean, they're making it so nobody can enjoy themselves. It's almost 5 now. Maybe I could have took some more Advil. I've been fighting a headache for a little while. I've been streaming for 4 hours tonight. 4 hours. I knew that I was going to have a long one. But I don't know, man. It's kind of rough, man. I'm going to miss my son. Yeah. Well, I think I try not to be negative. I do. I try, but it's hard to not be negative all the time, man. I mean, it's like, I'm human after all, and I am frustrated, Oh crap. And I do have an issue because I am as positive as I am. I have tons of people that are always trying to bring me down. I mean, it's just to try to make it even worse for me. You know what I mean? I mean, there's like just people all the time, But yeah, and KIXEYE does it, man. They frustrate their users, and I think they do it on purpose. I used to not think they did it on purpose. I used to just think that they were ignorant. You know what I mean? But it's like, you can only be in their face and telling them what the heck's going on for so long before you realize that maybe it's intentional. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get people writing me all the time, man. People calling me KIXEYE suck up, and I mean just all kinds of stuff, man. And then there's people who always writing me about their customer support tickets, or just about customer support. They're looking for customer support and they think I work for KIXEYE. I got people always telling me about the next hacker, and I'm like, man, come on. I mean, there's not a game out there that doesn't have hackers. There's always people in any game you play. Holy crap, man, that's twice. Unfreaking believable. Yeah, they say they know how much it costs to play, and they think I should get a lot of value. They agree that I should have value with my $100, but that I would spend a month. But I'm not doing it no more. And I'm just, you know, that's another thing, man. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that if I get this Crusader fleet built, that it'll change things for me. Because right now I'm in a really dark place. I'm not going to lie. I think maybe I need to go over here and knock this drone out. Let me do that real quick. Just seems like I'm getting too close. I pop up. Yeah. Yeah, you know, they kill me when they say stuff like that, mate, about they play the game. I'm like, if you play the game, how do you not know what I'm telling you already? You know? And it's like they're just completely oblivious. They say they play the game, and I'm like, how do you not know what the heck's going on? I mean, they seem completely and totally out of touch, man. They really do. Dive. Yeah, they really do. Robot was a bad one. I mean, when I talked to him about it, you know, and but you know, at least he came on the show regular, so I can't complain too much. But he, yeah, he would never understand. It's like, you know, he doesn't understand why it is that people feel like they have to do everything on here. He's like, it's an option. He's like, why do you feel like you have to do it? You know, and he just didn't have anything in common with his gamers, the people that he was supposed to represent to KIXEYE. He didn't have anything in common with them, or very little. He had no passion for the game, none, no passion for the game, and it was obvious. And even as a community manager, a CM, you could tell he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be in design, and that's where he is now. He's in design. He's in development. So I'm just saying that he was really distracted when he was supposed to be a CM. That kept him from being a better CM. People would ask him questions, and if he didn't know the answer, he would just make something up. That happened a lot. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that he was really tough to work for. But I'm not gonna lie, I think the BP team is hugely complacent, man. I think they don't do any more than they have to. I think they figure they're king of the pile right now, and they do very little. You know, they don't work hard to do that, and I really just think that they don't do any more than they have to. They don't have a whole lot of people over there that are like willing to stand up and say something. Everybody just goes with the flow, man. Crap kills me. You know, it'd be really cool if torpedoes retargeted. Man, I tell you, you know, I don't know. I never learned Flash. I always wanted to learn Flash, and I never did. But I think, you know, I am smart enough to know, or to be fairly confident that I could decipher this game. If say they handed me the code, I think that I could decipher it, and I think I could clean it up. And I bet you it wouldn't take years. You know, I have taken a couple of programming courses, and that's all I'm saying. I've taken some programming courses. I've got experience. You know, the first time I did any programming was when I was 12, and that was in BASIC. I did BASIC, and when I was 12. Now, since then, my experience has been kind of limited to like PHP, HTML, some XML. I've done some SQL database stuff. I have had my own web page. I've written some nice ones. I used to have my own server. Yeah. Well, you know, there's other people that are trying to make a better BP game. I've seen some pictures from Ocean at War, and I couldn't believe it, man. It actually looked like it took some graphics directly out of Battle Pirates. Like the little radar graph, that's what Battle Pirates used to look like back in the day, that little radar. And I was shocked. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off or not. Might be toast here. Yeah, baby. Yeah, this game costs way too freaking much money. And, you know, I mean, I can only imagine how much better this game would be, you know, if they cut everything by 75%, if they did that. And you would think about all of the people that would be on here smashing bases and having fun and not giving a crap about their dock, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just they try to make everything like so freaking severe and extreme, man. It's insane. And I imagine the community could be a lot happier. There might be a lot larger community. I mean, maybe that's what they were worried about, is looking like sellouts and being like Zynga or somebody else. You know what I mean? By having an awesome game, you know, that a lot of people enjoyed. You know, I guess they just didn't want to worry about looking that way. But I just can't. I have a hard time believing that Will Harbin just thinks, hey, I'm rich enough. I don't need to be a billionaire. I have a hard time thinking he would do that. So I just don't understand the logic. Yeah, there's too many people out there now wanting to copy this game and do it better. I mean, look what happened to like Backyard Monsters, man. Clash of Clans, man. Clash of Clans. Yeah, it's ridiculous what they do to this game, man. It's insane. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something crazy real fast. Watch this. Let's just see how bad this is with no rank. Yeah, it is. It is a Backyard Monsters clone. It sure is. But the thing is, it's like the people who did the clone, man, they knew how to make it into an awesome game, and they did. Wow, you ain't kidding, man. It does suck. Ain't gonna lie, I was expecting to kill it a lot easier. It's worse than I expected. Wow. They're supposed to get more accurate as time goes on, as they shoot at the same target, but I don't think that's happening. At least he's taking turns on my ships and is not trying to just kill one. They're both going to die in a second. That was interesting. Yeah, I knew that it was going to suck. I just didn't know it was going to suck that bad. Yeah, I bet you Kickside never made that kind of money. As a matter of fact, I think that's why they actually made. I know when that was Creative Collective or whatever it was called before it was Kickside. I know they didn't make any money then. That was the whole point of bringing in Will Harbin and was trying to get him to make some money. Yeah, it is crazy. Heck, Backyard Monsters is the only reason I ever started playing Battle Pirates, man. Thought that game was so awesome, man, back in the day. That's why I started my War Commander account and my Battle Pirates account. It was because of Backyard Monsters. It also made me play the desktop Defenders. I played that too, and Vega Conflict, all because of that. Well, Vega Conflict I kind of played because of Battle Pirates, to be honest. But that was, and Battle Pirates was even different. Was way different then. I was still having fun with Battle Pirates, even though it was glitchy as all get out. I still had fun. Oops, I'm guarding my base. Wow, man. $7,000 a month on Clash of Clans? What is up with that guy? What the heck's wrong with him? Oh yeah, pokies. Yeah, I only quit Backyard Monsters, man, because you know, they got coining, huge coining groups in Backyard Monsters, or used to have, and they would actually jump to a world and just completely take it over, man, in like days. They would just coin like crazy to do that. And I had when they showed up in my place, I had like 50 bases, man. I had like 50 bases. Dude, they were gone in 2 days. 2 days, all of my bases were gone. I could not believe it. I stopped at 50 because I didn't want to feel like I was hoarding bases. You know what I mean? I wanted to let other people play the game and have fun, you know? Feel like they were doing something, you know? But not everybody's like that, man. I don't know, man. I kind of, you know, I know a lot of people that get on the internet, and the internet probably is the place to get on and be selfish, but I don't know, man. I know there's people on the end of those keyboards, you know? And, you know, I kind of try to treat people the way I want to be treated, and not to mention the way that I'd like them to treat my kids, you know? But yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. I did. I had like 50. Yeah, but them corners came through, man, and they just rolled the whole place, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I lost all of my bases in 2 days. And it's like I actually tried fighting back. I spent like one day trying to fight back, and when I realized that anything I did to them, they could do, like, it was like nothing, man. They just didn't care. I'm like, well, you win, man. I'm not, you know, I don't want these bases that bad. I wasn't going to spend a fortune to fight them. I just wasn't going to do it. Oh, I'm a dead man. Hot dang. Help me, help me, help me. Retreat button, please load. Yeah, it was one time, man. That's all it took me was one time. And I watched, only reason I figured it out is because I watched a video. There was like one guy who was interviewed about Backyard Monsters and his experience. And he was like, I don't know, he just rolled with some big spenders. And he would talk about their escapades on Backyard Monsters, and they would jump from server to server, and they would just take it over. And it was a big deal to them to be able to take over the whole area in one day. I mean, it was a big deal to them. They took a lot of pride in being able to do that. But they killed the game, man. They killed it for me. After that, I had no interest in going back. I had no interest. They killed it for me, man. And now Backyard Monsters, Battle Pirates is like that. Well, not really, because you can't take over people's bases, but I'm just saying, all of those bases that I did, that was a lot of work and a lot of time. Because I didn't just take the factory designs that came, I did my own designs. You know, I put a lot of love into those bases, I'm sad to say. And all for naught, man, because they were gone like in 2 days. I couldn't believe it. And all the people that I played with too, wiped everybody out. Everybody that I played with, everybody was wiped out. go grab me some Advil. Yeah, I remember when I was 16, the first time I was told not to hit in sector. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You're going to tell me who I can hit and who I can't hit? I couldn't believe it that somebody actually had the nerve to tell me what I could, how to play the game. I mean, they had the nerve to set limitations on me, and it blew me away. I couldn't believe it. They're like, yeah, if either you stop hitting in sector, but that was, and back then we didn't have relocate, you know what I mean? And I could barely reach sector 15 from where I was at. I could only hit 17. And going to 15 was like a 20-minute drive. Boy, that's one thing they did right in Battle Pirates was they halved the map speed and they put in those nav relays. Oh man, that used to, especially on my lunch break, man, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you serious? I'm on my lunch break. I get 30 minutes, and you're telling me you want me to drive 20 minutes to hit a base? They'd call you lazy and every other freaking name in the dictionary, you know, for hitting in sector, man. I'm like, you gotta be nuts, man. I just couldn't believe it that the game had went there. You know, the person who recruited me into NBK was the Mofo, and I don't know if you knew him or not, but that's one of the things that he liked about me was that I didn't have a problem having my base hit, and I learned from it, or tried to. And I was a team player, you know. I'm not really much of a team player anymore. That's just because I can't really contribute. Oh, I knew those guys. Well, I didn't know all of them. The U-Ben guys. I know who you're talking about. First time I ran into Mofo was in Sector 16, and we had went back and we were revisiting 16, and my group was our home then at the time was 386, and we were the Bob Alliance, and that's where I first met Mofo, was in Sector 16. We went there because the NWO Alliance was the group that was the dominant group in 16 at the time, and they had truces set up with both 15 and 17. So you weren't allowed to hit, they didn't let anybody hit in Sector 16. and you had to, if you weren't allowed to hit in 17 or 15 either. So you weren't allowed to play the game. You know, it was the silliest thing in the world. And so obviously that didn't go over very well with us, and we ended up fighting with them. And Rampage, Tony Campuzano, Rampage, he showed up because he actually came in to 16 right before I had originally jumped out, but then he had a different name, and I didn't know him as a Rampage. But anyway, he ended up calling in DOA, and that was Mofo and Napalm and Naked Killa. And man, they smoked us bad. And we had somebody who called in reinforcements for us too, and it was another big group. It was, I can't remember the freaking group now. Isn't it terrible? COD. It was COD. They had came to back us up. And so basically we had like these two huge coining groups in there fighting each other. You know what I mean? But it all kind of stopped when some of the trash talks started happening. Like one of the NWO guys started bullying somebody else for hitting in sector. It was like a little guy too, like a level 15 or something like that. And that didn't go well with DOA. But then one of our guys was talking some kind of trash. I don't know who it was, but that ended up. So basically, what ended up happening was COD and NWO started teaming up, and they basically took over the Sector 16, and that's when the first Wreckapalooza happened, the very first one. And I had jumped out of there right before that Wreckapalooza, but that was the Barracuda raid, and I didn't know at the time that was the very first one that was the top 4 winners, or it was a quota. It was a quota prize. That one was the first one that was a quota. It wasn't a top 4. But that was the quota, and I didn't know it was going to be quota. So I had left, or else I would have stayed. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Fun times, man. Fun times. But yeah, Mofo was awesome, though. I was the very first base he hit when they turned on base guards. That was also happened during that same time. Yeah, Mofo was awesome. He probably was. I don't know if he was the best, but the dude had skills. That dude, man, he had like good internet or something, man. Because I couldn't. I mean, it just amazed me how good he was at driving his ships. Yeah. Yeah, my first one was a Dreadnought, man, and that's, you know, it's funny. I remember, I was like one of the first people in 16 to get Levi's, and then I was also one of the first, of course, to get the Floating Fortress. Now, my first event prize was the Dreadnought when it first came out, Base Invaders 1, and it was a top 4 prize, and I think that was the first time that had ever happened too. I actually finished 3rd in that particular event, though. I only finished first place in a sector one time, and that was Sector 50 for the Sea Scorpion, the original Sea Scorpion. Oh, 27 was like a mid-level back then, wasn't it? I think I might have only been like, you know, right around level 30 when the Cuda came out. Because that was that about that time was yeah. I think I was about a level 30, right around level 30. Because NWO, those were the first bases I ever hit. They were scared of me because I had the Dreadnought, though. That was kind of cool being feared. It looks like Toxic's wanting to jump in. Yep. I was considered high level at 30. Oh, darn. Yeah, when I was with the Bob Alliance, man, in 386, we used to run 385 and 387 also. We ran all three sectors, man. They hated to see us coming, man. They tried to copy our bases, man, and we'd still smash them, man. That was awesome, man. We used to have a lot of fun back in the day. And that's when and back then I didn't spend anything. The only time I ever spent any money at all was during the events. But we could play that way back then. You know, we didn't have alliance points, but we didn't need them to hit bases. We could just hit bases. You know, now we have to have a reason to hit bases. It's a shame. I mean, I know a lot of people don't, but you know, the people who don't coin do. Hey, I'm Bori. Yeah, yeah. You know, I've never taken any breaks from this game. Never had any breaks. I know a lot of people who've been playing for as long as I have taken a break, whether it be a few months or whatever, and I've never taken any. I've been playing Battle Pirates the whole time. Never missed any events. I've done them all. I'm jealous of that right there, man. Locust UAVs. I wish I had them on my, you know, I don't know. I would love to be able to put them on my Harlocks, but right now I really think it'd be a waste of time. I'm wondering if I should just go in there and grab my subs. Yeah, he's probably ain't gonna wait for me. Yep, I've been playing Battle Pirates a long time. Too freaking long, man. Too long. That's weird, man. It's like freaking, you know, I mean, it has. It's kind of like been kind of part of my lifestyle, life for, you know, because I've been doing it so long. No, no Hellstar for me, I'm Bori. Nope. I was doing some platforms, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got tired of hitting them. Um, I was almost full on uranium anyway, and so I really just did it for the uranium. And but I need points, man. I need a lot of points. Yeah, I think that's funny. He said you'd come on and ask me if I got the Hellstar. Blue UAVs, yo. Crap. Yeah, I don't really play with any of the guys I used to play with either years ago. It's a shame. There's been some that turned to hacking and were banned. I think they may have came back and are maybe actually still be playing the game. But a lot of people that I know that have been banned assume that I'm the one that turned them in. And oh, thank you. It's Jake. And howdy, an RCT guy. How are you doing? But I think a lot of people assume that I'm the reason why they were banned. They got caught, and so they don't really socialize with me too much anymore. Oh, Toxic did come in. He doesn't have too much rank on there. He's got the shield on there, but he almost let me shoot at some stuff. Yeah, I could tell you some stories, man. I could tell some stories. You know, it's I got a really horrible memory, and but it's funny the amount of things that I remember about Battle Pirates. You know what I mean? So it makes me wonder. It's like how much of my memory problems are selective. You know what I mean? It really does. Because I remember a lot about Battle Pirates. I feel like my eyes are getting small, man. I must be tired. You know, where's my points looking like? 6.5. I kind of think that I want to save up and see if I can get the Phantom Nighthawk before I get the Gore Saber. You know, I got the weapon, but it's just in case, because I don't know. Like, today's going to be a busy day. This Sunday is going to be a busy day because we got family coming over. You know, my son's going away today, and he's going to be gone for a long time. So we got family and stuff coming over. So it's going to be a busy day. So I'm just not sure how much. Now I'm on call right now, which just means that obviously I can get called at any time. And it means obviously I can get called at any time, but you know, so that could potentially impact my event. But yeah, just when I'm on call, I get to work from home. So that means I don't have to drive into the office on Monday. If I need to grind out the last 4 hours or 2 hours or whatever time it is that I have, I can do that. Yeah, it is. It's about 5:40 actually here. You envy my points? Yeah, well, it's far short of my goal. My goal is 58 million, and nowhere near that. I could probably go faster if I wasn't trying to save coin. I could just go in there and go nuts with my other boats, and I could spend a lot of coin and potentially get this thing done a lot faster. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm really upset about, you know, how much coin I have to give Kixeye to enjoy the game right now. And I'd rather have my coin and put it towards ship builds than use it on this particular event. You know, I'd rather be able to just grind or whatever. You know, if I have to spend 20 bucks to speed up, I would do that. But you can't do that anymore. You can't spend $20 and be done quickly. You have to grind. I've already spent 20 bucks. Nope, no bed. No bed for me. What can I say how the raid's going, man? It's not going to slow down for me. Yeah, I'd imagine you could. Two people sub at the same time. Foxo, did you finish your event, buddy? Or you still got a lot of work to do, or what? Yeah, my boy's getting ready to go to boot camp, man. It's going to be going a long time. 10 weeks. It'll be the longest he's been gone from us, but I'm going to try to pretend like it's just a weekend. You know, he's done that a few times. Nope, cannot. No, his boot camp's actually in Missouri, where he's got to go. Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Crap. Oh, that did hit me. Holy crap. So they got retargeting now too. How about that? Who knew? Hey, Damon. Yeah. Well, we've done a really good job with him. I don't think he's going to need a ton of luck, but he's in a really good position. He's had a lot of really good advice. He's actually got rank already. He's an E3. So I'm just saying, he's off on the right foot for sure. Yeah. Well, he's only 17 too. He's a junior in high school, getting ready to be a senior in high school next year. So he's still got another year of high school, but this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to go ahead and get his. He wanted to enlist in the National Guard, go to boot camp, and you know, he's been ROTC. He's third year ROTC, so he's got lots of training already as far as drill and all that, and. He's his ROTC unit. He's the XO. He's the executive officer of his ROTC unit now. But he's done drill command and everything else in school, so he's off on the right foot. He'll be fine. But he's non-deployable as long as he remains a cadet. So as long as he's a cadet, he's non-deployable. I hate, man, all these things spawning on top of my base, man, because I want to run out of places to park. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, prepared he is. I'm definitely not worried about that. You know, I'm more worried about, you know, You know, he knows what not to tell him and all that stuff too. He knows not to let him know that he's ROTC or whatever it is, you know, in his unit when he's at boot camp, you know. And he seems confident. I mean, he spent time with the military a couple of times. He's done like like 3 different leadership academies where he's actually gone and trained with them. So he's experienced. Come on, blue UAVs. But yeah, it's definitely going to be weird not having them for such a long period of time. Yeah, that's what I want right there, man. He's got his already pimped out, man. Look at that guy go. Oh, I'm definitely proud of him. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Are y'all awake? Thought I'd have some fun with y'all for a second. Been a little while since I done that. Alright. Where was I? Oh. That's probably toxic. Hey, Crowicki. Yeah, it's almost 6 a.m. here. Almost. Did I freak out any of the new people? Oh, lordy. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, man. When I did the 85s, when I tried the 85s, and then I did the 90s, I was extremely demotivated, and I was excited about this event. I was. Originally, I was excited. Haha, Damon. Yeah. Yeah, every now and then I like to make sure everybody's heart's still beating, you know? Every now and then. You know, it may have changed. I know once upon a time it was 40. Oh, crap. Retreat. Once upon a time it was 40, but I think they changed it to 45. So I'm not 100% sure where it's at the moment for recon campaigns. No, I wasn't happy. I'm still not happy. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna BS you. Not happy. You know, I do try to put on a happy face for the show. I try to get in my zone and do my thing on the show, on Thursday night shows, but you know, it doesn't necessarily always represent the real me. You know, I try to provide a positive experience for the show, and on here I'm more real. I'm more me. Every now and then a little bit of me will slip in on the show, but try to keep a lid on that for the most part. The show is not about politics. It's not a political show, okay? That's why we don't do all the negativity. We don't like do the rant, you know. I'm not gonna say we never. Oh, freaking Christ! Dread my legs. Thank you. I'm awake. Yeah, the show's not about politics. You know, we're there to educate. That's the whole point of the Battle Vortex show, is to educate and not do politics. It doesn't mean we won't, on occasion, point something out that we don't agree with, you know. You know, if something we think is bad for the game, we'll say so, but we don't harp on it. You know, like I said, we're not really a political show. Yeah, he got me. He got me. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny stuff. Toxic, I don't know if you're watching the stream. I'm assuming that you sending me a PM. And if it is, PMs are not available when I'm in combat, so I cannot see it. What's that, made? It's not anything that's going to get me in trouble anywhere, is it? On YouTube or anything? It's not like royalty, copyright material type stuff? I'll go click it.
Got him!
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Some came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him! Got him!
That's funny. What a clown. I could do that. I'd probably have to crop that audio down a little bit though, because that was kind of a long audio. But I could do that. I'm a geek that way. I know how to do all that stuff. Boom. Boom. Don't know if I got anybody. Probably not. I kind of forecasted that a little bit. I'm tired, I guess. Excuse me. Oh, darn. Oh, well. Engine 3, Dreadmaul X, is what's on my subs. Excuse me. Yep, Engine 3. Yeah, those are Engine 3 Cat 3 and 6 Assault Torp Bs, D2S armor. Too slow, Toxic. His Harlocks sure do look good, man. They look real good. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is R4. Nope, no unstable core, no strike system. Nope. I never did any of that, man, because you know, it's more build time and it was extra weight, you know, and so I just never got around to doing any of that. Yeah, I could see I could see the mag drive on Spectres, you know, instead of Cat 3, so you could get your Nautilus battery on there or something, you know. I could see that. What the? That was weird. See, my number 3 just kind of drove and spun out, and that was nuts, right? Why would it do that? Yeah, I mean, if you can get your weight right, there's what's the other Reaver engine? I know there's the unstable core, and then there's the other one. The unstable core though is the original one, right? But I could definitely see that being used on subs and base preps, that kind of thing. I can see it being used. You know, but it's weight and it's build time, you know. So it's something to think about. You know, somebody was hit me with a build idea for the Gorse Saber, and they were going to put incendiary shells on, and I'm like, well, you know, are you just putting that on there for the splash? You know, because the High Explosive Shells 3 gives you the exact same splash as incendiary shells, and it's the same build time. But I'm sorry, the same weight, but the build time is like way different. You know, so if you're just doing it for the splash, it doesn't have to be the Reaver Tech. And not to mention, if you have Shipyard 2, you can get the 15% weight reduction. So high explosive shells on the Gorse Sabers with your rockets, probably not a bad idea. Yeah, I got Reapers built, but my Reapers still suck. I'd like to make them good again, but or make them good. They were never good, so I shouldn't say good again. I would like to make them good, but I don't know, man. It's just this game, man. You're just married to your mistakes in this game, and it just because the Shipyard, it takes so much time to do anything. They want you to coin. They want to motivate you to coin, is what the problem is. But they just sew that into their game so freaking hard that they just like, look, if you want to enjoy this freaking game, you're going to coin, you know. I mean, they're getting really bad with that, man. Yeah, I took a lot of torpedoes. That was crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, I get some good tips, man. I can do some tips. You know, it's terrible how good I am at giving advice, but I give myself terrible advice, man. It's insane. It really is. It's going to be tough pulling out of this one, guys. I'm just going to see if I can sit here and kill it. He said it's a song, so I can't click on it. I'll end up getting my audio blocked again. I'm not going to make it. Crap. Run. Help. Help me. Help, help, help. Dive, dive. Oh. Oh. Man. That was close. Yo. Yep, sun's coming up. 6:15 in the morning. I don't need no stinking sleep. Kickseye wants me to stay up and coin. Oh Lord, retreat, retreat. Oh, that was close. I'm sure my retreat button was going to go away before I could click it that time. Do I think it's worth getting? It's just a paint job. It doesn't do anything for you. Now, if you have the extra 5 million to not use on tokens or a prize, then go for it. And as I understand, it takes like an hour to put on, so it's not something that goes on instantly. So as far as the Nighthawk skin goes, I don't think it's worth it, but it's a paint job, and if you have 2 sets of Nighthawk subs, you can use the colors to differentiate one set from the other. So it can be useful, you know, but You know, if you have 2 sets of subs, I would love to have it myself. I wouldn't mind having it, so that I can have two. You know, because once I build this other, get this other Phantom Nighthawk, I do want to have a second. I want to have an Assault Torp B fleet of Nighthawks, and then I'll scrap these. I get rid of these, and then it'd be cool if they were a different color, but. You know, I get 2 prizes from the sector store, and my 2 are the Cryo Depth Charge and the Phantom Nighthawk. I already have 1 Phantom Nighthawk, but if I can have a second one, I'm going to take it. Freaking Christ. The heck, man? It's like, it's weird. Sometimes it'll stop when it needs to, and sometimes it just won't. I mean, I was trying to get it to stop short, but it wouldn't do it. It kept jumping forward. Hey, Icelandic, welcome back, buddy. Yeah, it's like an hour to go on. Short of an hour. It's like 50 some odd minutes. Um, 7 million, about 7 million points. This is sleeping music here, man. They're messing with me. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, just waiting on my retreat button. Did you guys know that, here's something for you, that down here in the radar, you can actually move your screen by dragging your mouse across the radar? Did you know that? You can just click down on the radar and just slide your square around. Cool, huh? I don't know how useful it'd be dragging your mouse across the radar, but it is an option. This song is called Enraged Hillbilly. Haha, that's funny. Oh, no, that's 4. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this guy back over here. That'll work. Well, you know, Kickside does that, Icelandic man. They do that. They, I mean, the amount of armor they've added to defense platforms, man, on the 85s and the 90s makes my Hornet UAVs useless, man. I actually have to sit and park to kill at one turret. I have to sit and park. Crap, man. Let me go over here and see if I can save him real quick. Come to me, Toxic. Come to me, Toxic. Can't shoot it, man. Oh, he's getting it. I don't know where these mortars are going to land now. There's two of us in here. It kind of complicates things a little bit. Maid, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but if you are, I'm just curious what you think is an appropriate amount of rank for a Crusader to start off with. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. $50 and $60. Okay. No sir, no strike system. Why would it be more with strike system? Strike System. I know Strike System. It doesn't have the weight, the accuracy debuff, so even lower, I would think. Yeah, I'm really slow, man. Watching Toxic here, man. I've been watching these fleets, man, within the platforms. It's insane. I mean, they just can go through there and just chew it up. I actually went inside of one of the platforms with 3 guys with those fleets, and I never got to shoot one target. The UAV never left my hull because I had the. It took me where I came in. It took me so long to get in that when I did get in, I just came in right behind them, and I never got to fire a shot. Like this right here. It's just no point. I mean, where he's staying, I'm never going to get to shoot. You see? I mean, what the heck? That's funny. Yeah, you're probably right, Made. But I don't know. He's not a big filthy coiner either, and I hate to use anybody that way. I see people do it all the time, but. I'm up to 9.9. Still a long ways away. I need to 12.5 and 35, so it's 47.5. I'm at 10, so I still need another 37.5 million points. It's going to be a long time, long night, or day, whatever. Maybe I won't sleep tonight either. Yeah, blame someone else. Yeah, I need that paint job. Yeah, I'm not getting the paint job. I already claimed the cryo depth charge, and I claimed the rocket already. Guys, can y'all give me just a minute? I'll be right back. Alright, I'm here. Yeah, Icelandic, I couldn't get the paint job anyway, buddy, because you can only claim 2 prizes, and I already claimed 1 in the sector store. I've already claimed the Cryonic Depth Charge, and now I want to claim the Phantom Nighthawk. So, yeah, I wouldn't be getting it anyway. Hey, White Star. I don't know, it's going, man. It's going slow. I kind of feel like I should just say screw it, man, and just start coining like mad to get through it. Let me check my, I don't know if I put my repair in or not. Let me do that real quick. Well, the hull rate's not till the month after next, so. But yeah, the Gore Saber may be in that, possibly. Alright, good. Yeah, the Gore Saber could be in it. Nope, nope, nope. Icelandic, what sector are you in, man? I think I should go ahead and coin him, man. You know what? Screw it. All right, let me get my potential build up here real quick. All right. I don't remember exactly what it is, but apart links, Huggies. All right. So here we got this guy, and then I got this guy. Alright, now this guy is going to have Arbalists. 4 of them. And I got a nuclear accelerator. I know I had this down somewhere. I don't know what the heck I did with it. Wait a second. Iceland, or I'm sorry, Maid. You wrote me earlier today. May, do you care if I put that your old fleet up here? Do you care if I put it up here? No, a Nighthawk cannot, Dreadmalex. Only a Phantom Nighthawk can. I know you wrote me, darn it. Have I had that many PMs? Guess I have. Alright, let's close this real quick.